You guys are nice voices, right?
Yes.
Okay, average. Wow, really, really nice. You should be really proud of your work with you should be proud of your group, you know, your group and the last group, it's like, gosh, you're so good. It's hard to find stuff, you know, to make a difference. And I'm probably going to say some of the same things your teacher says to you all. It just always happens that way. The Imani, the first piece, really awesome. I loved your movement. I love the way you loosened up with it. It was really great. Soloists, oh my gosh, you were one, and who was the other soloist? You guys have really gorgeous voices. Those are great solos for that. I'm wondering, you know that place where, I didn't have the music, oh here it is. That place where the tenors sing by themselves. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, money. Are you a tenor or bass? That's what I thought. Would you sing that? I want to hear you sing by yourself like you're singing a solo. Ready, go.
Oh, money.
I almost think we could all kind of try to imitate. Where are my other tenors? Okay. Can you guys all try to get the same sound he's got on that? Okay? Because what we want to do is just tone matching. If I were to have you guys each sing it, you each have your own unique tone, but if you can adjust toward the sound he's got, in fact, let's do this. Would you stand here between these guys? That was the only part where the tone just kind of jumped out at me that it wasn't unified. The rest of the song was really unified. So, there it is. You guys want to try that again together? Ready, go.
Amani.
Sing by yourself again. Go.
Amani.
Go.
Amani.
As you try to sing like that.
Amani.
I think there's more of a unified tone. What we've got here are 3 different timbres of voices, and we only have 3, and you're trying to make it one timbre, so you usually want to find one direction to go with it. Now, we could have decided, yours is a little brighter, we could have decided to go with his tone, and it would work really well with this piece. Would you mind singing that by yourself? Amani?
Amani.
Now, all of you try it that way. Go.
Amani.
You sing.
Amani.
You guys try it again.
Amani.
You sing.
Amani. Amani.
Yeah, so what to unify, whichever direction you want to go with it. You have 3 different really cool tones. You could go with any of those 3. I just picked one of them, but really work to unify that so that it doesn't jump out. It's like, oh, it sounded like the 3 tenors all singing different, different tones there. So you are the 3 tenors, but you want to get all one sound. So it was, the only issues I felt like you had with this piece, 2 things. One is when you go from one section to another, it was a little sloppy, and then you got into the new section, and then it was all just solid, and then you moved to another section of the piece, kind of larger section, and again, it just took you a little while. That's called working on transitions. It's the hardest thing to do as a musician. When you go from one section to another, or one movement of a piece to another, it's really solidifying those. So I would work through those. The end of one section, the beginning of the next, work it like 3 or 4 times just to get that all cemented. Does that make sense to you? You guys are shaking your heads. The other thing is, this piece did not have a lot of dynamic contrast. And I don't know what was written in the music. It really doesn't matter what's written in the music in this case, because it is basically a folk song type piece. So there's no one way that it was originally performed, probably. But I wondered, there was a spot right here at the end, I wondered if you could get soft before you got loud. Let's see. It was something you guys are repeating over and over and over and over. Yeah, I think it was the tuna, hiba, that one. I wonder if maybe the second time you sing it, you could get soft on it, just to present some contrast. Then at the end, when you build the volume back up, you'll have somewhere to go with it. Because by the end, you were already loud, and there's no dynamic change written there, but I think it would be really cool to bring it down in those spots. Does that make sense? Yeah, I think you would enjoy that part. There are places you could almost get it down to a whisper. And then, then you don't have a place to go with it. So play around with that. It's okay to do that in that piece. Second piece. First entrance seemed up. And again, I think it's another transition type issue. except it's your first transition, which you are transitioning from not singing to singing. And just like the other group, because you are so good, just like they are, you really want to get things solid on your first note. So on trees, because we are opening D, and I want you to take your hands right here, and I want you to just sing the first note like this. Ready, and we're going to breathe first. Ready, and one more time. Here's your breath. Okay. Now can you take it softer, but still take the big breath? I suspect what was happening is you were breathing, but you weren't breathing deeply enough, and you weren't breathing together. And it's really important that your breath is together. Watch. Did you see how much air I took, even though I was soft? Watch again. You actually need more breath for soft singing. Okay, so bigger breath, deeper breath, and okay. The other problem with the word I, sometimes we get a little throttle. So make sure it's really spinning on the breath. And use that air just to whoosh that note into place instead of starting it right here. Start it on the breath. Try it again. And what should their mouth shape be for the word I? Ah, okay, let's do it. Like the dentist is looking at your teeth. Ah, right here. The doctor is looking at your throat. Ready? Right. The first note and the last note are tricky. The middle note, if something goes wrong, is okay. You're absolutely perfect. I'm probably getting out of time, but the other thing I think you could do with this is find the important words. I think that I shall never see. I don't know, I'm not singing it right, but I think, it's not I think that I shall never see. Okay, you want to start it again and see if you can find the important words. Ready, go. I think that I shall never see. Let's do that again. Let's see if we can all agree. I'm not going to tell you which words are important. Ready. I think that I shall never see. And you guys found them, right? And you found the words to back off of. Never, not never. Almost no two notes in music in a row are ever the same weight. Never see. Sing that. Never see. Just sing it on the pitches I just did. Ready? Go. Never see. Do it again and listen to this. Never see. Go. Never see. It'll make it come alive. Sing that beginning, please. Ready? Go. I think that I shall never see. Yeah, now what you want to do is then back off and make it more nuanced so that it doesn't sound like you hit the gas pedal and you back off. You hit the gas pedal and you back off. What you want to make it is very discreet and not overdone, but enough nuance that we can tell you the important words are. Again, I put transition, and any intonation issues were really because you got to the note too late. So make sure you are on time, particularly basses, on time, and then we can all tune to those notes. Have you ever sung this piece, mixed formation? Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. You want to try it? I want to just hear you that way. Jumbo. Yeah, jumbo.
I know.
Okay, you're kind of mixed up. All right, so let's move over to the second one. Okay, we have this little blob of men right here, so could you move over the middle of the women over here? So let's see if we look. Okay, don't lose what you just did because that was beautiful. And go. I think that I shall never see. whenever you can. I really think almost always it just gives you a chance to listen more, gives you a chance to match up more, gives you a chance to just be a little more sophisticated in your singing. So, excellent. And that's what I had. So, I really enjoyed working with this group. I just think your tone is so, so beautiful. And